If there's one thing I really hate, it's when people try to sell me stuff. Like when I get a call from a telemarketer, I have no patience for that. Like when it's so obvious that people just want your money, it just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. And there's no better way to get rid of a bad taste in your mouth than with a clean, refreshing brush with Crest 3D White Radiant Mint. Now, it's not like it's bad whenever anyone tries to sell you something. Now, it is annoying, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there are actual products that you'd be interested in and someone needs to tell you. The real problem is when people make bad advertisements or, bad advertisements. Sometimes companies try to do weird misdirection with things or try to play with your emotions, but we can tell. We know this, and I can't believe a group of people work on this together and it somehow gets aired on TV. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at one of these bad advertisements and we're gonna tear it to pieces because that is exactly what it deserves. Today's episode is gonna be a double feature. Fresh from Florida, the company we're gonna be looking at today, they recently put out 2 different advertisements, kind of for like shopping local or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's give it a look.
Buying locally grown is trending all over Florida.
How cute!
So already we're off to a pretty bad start. Now this is a woman whose sanity is grasping at straws. It is being held on by a single thread. On the outside, she's like,
how cute!
But on the inside, she's thinking, Brayden, for the last time, eat your fruit! You know what? I take that back. This woman has clearly snapped and her mind is just running on autopilot at this point, and this is all that came out.
How cute! How cute! How cute!
It means food is as fresh can get. So invite friends over to discover new recipes.
So far, what we know about the advertising division of the Fresh from Florida company is that it's composed of people who have entirely dissociated from the American populace. They have no idea what normal people do. It's like they think that people just sit around and take photos and smile all the time. The number one filmmaking sin you can commit is fake child laughs. There is nothing worse than this. There is not a single good fake soundbite for children laughing in existence. It does not exist. It always ends up sounding like the laugh track from Roller Coaster Tycoon. Also, these are some pretty elaborate signs.
And enjoy farm fresh local flavors.
Okay, and then in the next scene, I want Jaden and Caden to come up to the smoothie stand. Okay, they're gonna get their smoothies. They're gonna turn around, smile, and take a photo. Remember, smile, photo. That's how we're gonna reach the people here, guys. That's how we're gonna sell the fruit.
I grew these.
So far, the worst thing about this commercial has been that everyone seems like robots that are programmed to act like humans, but it's not quite there yet. They're still in development. But Aiden here, he's the only person in this entire commercial that actually sounds like a real human being. I mean, the dad too, but he doesn't have any lines.
So follow the Fresh and ask for Fresh from Florida by name.
Now let's take a look at the second commercial.
This is what Fresh from Florida is all about.
It's like being stabbed in the soul.
Celebrating special occasions with family.
So maybe you've been baking before and you get a little flour on your phone or your tablet or whatever. The first thing you always want to do is you want to... Best case scenario, you got flour everywhere. And now that's what you want in a kitchen cleanup. Pretend you're like Indiana Jones finding a lost book for the first time and you just gotta before you can crack it open.
Celebrating special occasions with family.
Smile!
Guys, next scene, same thing. Smiles and photos. Get Graydon's face right up there by the pancakes. I want a smile and a nice photo.
Sharing delicious new recipes with friends.
Say pizza!
All right, guys, say pizza. Oh, too slow.
Say pizza!
She doesn't wait a single second before she takes the photo. She's like, hey guys, say the pizza's getting cold.
Go pick out some sweet corn.
And just being a big fan of local food that's farm fresh and full of flavor.
Very clever.
I'm just gonna assume that she wove this basket herself in 2 seconds because that is the only way this is even close to clever. She just got a lot of corn. That's it.
Very clever.
Guys, I feel like you're not getting this. Smile, okay? Get a smile going. Get out your camera, take a photo. Okay, that's what they do. The dialogue doesn't matter. Give me a smile. Bam. All right, give me a photo. Boom. That's a wrap, people. All right, we made a commercial. I'm taking lunch. Now, you gotta give credit where credit's due, okay? That is probably the most realistic depiction of a real-time reaction to an Instagram photo. So, at least they got that right.
So ask for Fresh from Florida by name and follow the fresh.
Guys, I have no idea how this became a real commercial. It is so bad. Even the words don't make any sense. Locally grown food actually typically is better, but this has nothing to do with that. It's just like some sort of pathetic attempt to try and market to them in a way that's relevant. It's not relevant at all. It makes no sense. You're not really saying why buying locally grown food is any better at all. Sometimes making commercials that connect to people emotionally or just get them aware of the brand can actually be good.
How cute!
For example, in 2017, Fresh from Florida made a much better commercial that depicted farmers making the crops, and it was actually a good commercial, unlike this one. You know, I'm really torn because I think local farmers should be supported because they're really important, but the people who made this need to fail. They need to see that this is terrible and that they need to do better next time.
Very clever.
Well, that brings us to the end of the video, and we all know what that means. It's time for the moon update. We have a full moon tonight, but by the time I get this edited, oh my gosh. By the time I finish this video, we'll probably be close to a waning gibbous, maybe like a third quarter, whatever. Guys, if you're planning to do anything with the astral plane or cast some lunar hexes or glyphs, that's the time to do it. When we get to a last quarter, it's just gonna be too late. So if you're gonna do that, take advantage of it now. This has been a moon update. All right, guys, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'd like if you did this, but you know, I'd really prefer that you did this. But above all else, make sure to do this. And we'll see you next time.